Alright, Alico3 here, and today's video is going to focus on some Randy Moss PSA graded cards. Let's get this screen bigger so you guys can check it out. But we're going to talk about three different Randy Moss cards that are in the PC and definitely in other collectors' PCs as well. And they're just some of the nicer Moss cards, in my opinion, of course. But cards that, seem to be somewhat timeless in the day and age of endless parallels and jerseys and stuff, stuff that was cut from a player that wore it for 5 minutes. These cards just kind of stand the test of time. So the first one is the Randy Moss Rave. So I'll do a little highlight of the card I'm talking about. So I'm talking about this one right here. There's been 14 slabbed. I know this card is a print of 150. And there's 2 10s out of 14. So that equates to 14.3%. So a pretty low pop on that one. It is suspect to white corners, but I have a copy of it, so let's take a look at that card right now. Alright, so first up is the Skybox Thunder Moss. Now this is a very cool one. And this is the Rave, as you can see on the slab right there. So it's the Rave. The Super Rave is out of 25. The Rave is out of 150. So this is a PSA 10. So this is a beautiful example. I think in our notes we saw that there were only 3 of this. I could be wrong on that. I can't remember. But so here is the Rave. Just a beautiful card. Skybox Thunder. Let's check the back out. So there's the numbering right there on the back. So 104 of 150. Beautiful Moss card. So it looks kind of funny how it's numbered because it's like the font for the 104 and the 150 is a little bit different, but it's still badass. So that's the first one. A great Moss rookie. Alright, next we want to take a look at another great Moss card. This might be a lot of people's favorite Moss rookie card. I don't know if it's... The next two are just back and forth for me. I mean, it's tough for me to pick. If I absolutely had to... It's even hard for me to pick, but if I had to pick, I don't know, man. I'd probably go with the SP Authentic. I don't even know why, because it's got a lot higher print run than the next one, than the one I'm going to show you to this. So card number 18, it's unbelievable. 825 out of the 2,000 have been sent to PSA. There's a ton of 9s, as you notice, and there's only 61 10s, which equates to a low pop of 7.4%. So something I've noticed with this set is I do own a 10 of it, and something I've noticed is the difference between my 9 and my 10 is very, very close. If you guys are thinking about getting a Moss, you might as well just buy a 9 if you can, because they're so much cheaper than the 10s. The 10s are just, it's not that you're paying for the case, it's just they're just a tad bit nicer, but the price you're going to pay is so much more that I don't know if it makes sense for a lot of collectors. So let's take a look at this one in gem mint form. Alright, and next up we have the Future Watch Moss. So this is the PSA 10 I was talking about, and the PSA 9s of this card are absolutely beautiful too, but this is a 10, and it's an absolutely flawless card. It was graded a while ago. It's in one of the older PSA slabs, not like an ancient slab, but I don't know the date it was slabbed, but to me this is his most iconic rookie card. It's more available than the Contenders. I think the Contenders prices a lot of people out, and I like how this one, there's 2,000 of it, so there's definitely a lot of copies out there, but it's still somewhat limited, and it's just always been my favorite Moss card. So beautiful PSA 10. Let's take a look at the other edges on this. I don't know how good you guys can see that, but this is the Future Watch. So PSA 10 of the Future Watch. Alright, lastly, we are going to take a look at a Moss card that is truly incredible, and it's very, very condition sensitive. You guys probably know exactly where I'm going to. Where's the rookie ticket? rookie ticket. Yeah, right here. So, of course, we're talking about the auto ticket card number 92. So, we see right down here, here's the autographed one, 37. So that's a pretty low number that have actually been sent off. And one of the reasons, of course, is people have sent these to Beckett. But I think another reason is if you ever see these cards raw selling, you know, on COMC or eBay, they're just chipped up so bad on that left and top purple edges that it's not even really worth it unless you want to get like a PSA 6 or 7. But I've got a nice example of it that I'm going to show to you guys. But so there's been three 10s out of 37, so crazy low, 8.1% pop on that one. And there's 13 9s, so there are some 9s out there. So we're going to take a look at this card. This card is absolutely sensational, and I think it's only going to continue to go up in the future. There are only 300 of it as well. All right, and lastly we have the rookie ticket. Now this has a print run of 300, as I said before. But the odds of getting one at mint 9 are very, very, very low. So here she is. So this is actually one of my favorite cards right here. I picked it up, let's see, I think it was last spring. I did have a Beckett 8.5 or 8 that I sold. I sold it pretty cheap before this card spiked up, and I think it's going to continue to rise as he hits the Canton. So beautiful on-card auto. This one's not smudged, and it's on there pretty good. If you see a lot of them, they're faded or they're smudged. It's not the boldest ink, but it still looks pretty good. So here's a PSA 9 of the rookie ticket, and as you can see, it might be a little harder than being in person, but minimal chipping on this one as compared to some of the raw ones you'll see, and that's why you're going to pay a premium, you know, for a PSA 9, and then the 10s don't ever pop up. I don't even want to know what that card's worth, but this is a nice solid PSA 9 of this card, and that is it for this video. We're just showing off some cool rare Moss cards. Later.